Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Daniel Cornejo, and this is Creative Shorts Episode 2. With me today is Jeri Perez. He's also my partner in this whole project. So tell me about yourself, Jeri.
Photographer, cinematographer. I like making things. That's what I do, generally, which is how we met each other.
Yes. How long have you been doing this stuff for?
Super cliche answer, since I was little. I used to draw when I was younger, and what is it? I don't know, it just progressed. Like, I always change my mediums every now and again. But photo and video was my most recent one, has stuck for quite some time. I don't think it's going anywhere. I actually want to dive into some older stuff that I used to do. But yeah, so I went from drawing, then progressed to dancing, and from dancing, that's why I caught the bug with shooting with cameras. And then I've been doing that since, what is it, maybe 4 or 5 years ago now? So, yeah, it's a good time.
When starting all this stuff, was there like at any point of time to where like it was either like too hard or you just like wanted to give up on it?
I think it's hard every day, honestly. Being a creator, you're self-driven. You have to be self-driven, unless you're working for somebody else. Yeah. But at the same time, when you're working for somebody else, you still have to plug your own creative juices, your own ideas, and make it, because you're the one making it. And if you don't have your own self-drive, then it's not gonna happen. So I think a lot of people can relate, especially if they're creative, that they have their slumps. I know for some reason winners are really depressing for most creatives, especially like I felt like that like maybe 2 years ago when I just didn't want to make anything.
Yeah.
And but yeah, it's common. It happens all the time. It'll be there, and I think it's a part of the process. So yeah, I've definitely gone through it.
Nice. What is like your ultimate goal with like the stuff that you're doing? Like what do you like? How much further do you want to go with it? Like you're saying that you every time you see something that you don't know that like inspires you, but like with whether it's like with photography or videography, like how much further do you want to go with it? Like
I want to go so far. Like I don't think I'm hella good at all. Like I have some skill, but I think I could learn so much more. No. Like I really want to get into more music-based stuff. When I first started doing video, I started editing to music, and then I think that's probably my jump point for wanting to work on like music videos or cover music events, do like a whole tour. Yeah. Like this past year, I think, or last year, I spoke out loud that that was one of my goals, to go on tour with a music artist. Yeah. And I still want to do that. I'm not exactly on that same track as I was when I first spoke it out, but I still want to make it happen. That'd be really cool.
The next question: what were some of the hard things that like you had to go through while like starting off with like photography or either dancing or like videography?
I think just getting critiques in the beginning is hard, because when you first start doing any type of art form, you're not trained to constructively accept criticism. Yeah. A lot of people, when they first start art classes or just arts in general, whenever someone says something sucks or is bad about your own artwork, you take it personally, because that's a part of you. You made that. Yeah. And you want it to be good, and you expect yourself to be good, and you think it's good no matter what. Yeah. But that's not always the case. Yeah. We all suck sometime. Like I look back at my photos like 3-4 years ago, and like these are garbage. Like what did I make? But
but he's not garbage. He showed me some of his artwork, and I was like, I want that. Like I'm gonna hang that up in my room.
I'm not saying I was garbage, but I don't think I was the best. That's the thing. And I don't think I'll ever be the best, which I'm fine with. But I will strive for it, no matter what. And I think that's something you have to get clear when you start anything and when you pursue anything. I think the best is a relative thing. It's very subjective, because that's how art is. Like we don't all have the same preferences. We don't like the same things. So, like if you compare artists, you're gonna like one more than the other, obviously. Yeah. And even if they shoot the same way, like there's gonna be something small that you're gonna like. So I think it's just getting past that hump of accepting that you're not as good as you are, or as good as you see yourself. Like, it's good to be confident, but don't be hella arrogant about how good you are, because yeah, some people need some humble pie. Just saying. That's what I'm saying.
I feel like, because I know my older brother, he's an artist, and I've seen it with like other people, whether like musicians or whatever. They more or less, like, every time they show something of theirs, it's like, not that they hate what they did, but they're more like, oh, I could do better, or like, it's not that good. Like,
yeah.
I feel like they talk down on themselves a lot, and it's like, that's one thing that I've never began to like understand. It was just like, because I could look at something like how you were just saying, like, the stuff I put out, it's terrible. Like, I could do way better than that. But when I see it, I'm like, this is freaking dope.
I think that comes with being an artist. There's a balance. You need to like accept what you made, be proud of it, but at the same time see that you can be better.
Yeah.
Because you can always be better. You should never settle. I think in anything, it doesn't have to be just like, right, just in life, never settle. Always try to be better, and that's a part of it.
Yeah, that's
because
good.
if you feel like you peaked already, then where are you gonna go?
Yeah.
Right? You're just gonna go down at that point, or you just change it up and do something completely different.
Yeah. What were like some of the things that you did to like work past those like hardships or like those hard times? Like, when someone would tell you like, oh, your stuff is trash, like just give up, or like when you would get frustrated, like whether you're like taking a video or stuff like that, like what were some of the things that like pushed you to get over that hump?
Just look to, for me, like I was looking towards why I was doing things. Very early on, I saw myself creating to impress other people. Yeah. Which is not the best thing, because then it's you're motivated by empty promises, empty feelings, thinking that just because you did really good, other people will like you for it. Yeah. And yeah, you'll get the satisfaction when you did something super cool and they think it's super cool, but at the end of the day, it should come from within, and you should be happy with what you're doing regardless. So you should be able to motivate yourself in a positive way that's not rooted in other people's satisfaction. So if you're doing it for a good cause, I think that's the best way to pull yourself out of those ruts. Do it for a good reason, maybe to inspire other people to do well. Maybe you're not the best, but there's always someone who's looking up to you, even if you're like super sucky. Like I know that. Like I've noticed that when I first started, like I was doing okay, and people would DM me like, "Yo, you're killing it right now. Like, how are you doing?" I was like, "Dude, I'm just starting, dude. Like, if you have questions, like I'll answer them." Yeah. Like I've always been that guy. No matter if my skill level in whatever craft I'm doing, I'll help you out.
You'll share with knowledge.
Yeah, I share knowledge, because like, what's the point of keeping it to yourself? Yeah. Like, I used to be one of those people that trash talk other photographers and other video people, really boastful, and it didn't help me. Like I talked smack and then nothing came back to me. So yeah. Like what's the point of it? Like being helpful to other creatives just helps you even more, just because you're gaining more people that you trust to help and appreciate just art in general. Yeah. Which is what we need. Community is way bigger than the one person that's making something.
What do you think about being yourself? Like, what are the hardest things about being a creator? For like with you now, whether compared to when you were younger, like when you first started, like I'm talking about now, like what are some of the things that are hard for you?
Balance, like time balance. Yeah. Because I work a 9 to 5, and then outside of work, I have technically another part-time job where I'm doing social media for another place, and then I have my freelance stuff that I want to do, and then I have my family and my girlfriend, like my friends. It's a time balance, like trying to figure out where do I fit this in, what do I prioritize, and what needs to get done first. Yeah, that's like the hardest part, and I think that's a lot of people just in general. We feel like there's not enough time, and I just need to learn not to put too much on my plate. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, one thing, my older brother, I look up to him a lot for like advice or like just in general. He's like one person that I looked up to, he told me, it was just like, you just gotta have discipline.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do you mean discipline? Like, I'm not gonna beat myself. He was just like, no, like, you need to have discipline on yourself. Like, whether you're saving money or if you're like trying to go out and do stuff, like, you need to, if you have discipline, you're not being lazy.
That's
and
true.
you're progressing.
Yeah, because you're actively trying to have yourself do something that would benefit you.
Yeah, and then Dom was also another person. Shout out Dom.
Actually, just saw him. I saw you at church. So what's up?
He is someone that also, I was interning with him when he started his little documentaries on YouTube.
I've never seen those. That sounds so interesting because he put his name in it.
Yeah, it's clever. Well, he didn't call them the documentaries. That was like the inside joke, but it was more or less like getting inside of his life, like showing like where he started and like this deal that he made with Bobby. Shout out Bobby. Thank you for letting me use your gimbal. But when I was interning with Dom, I told him about this, and he was just like, you need to stop telling me and stop telling people and go out and do it. He was just like, what are you going to lose from it? Time? He was just like, you're going to learn so much and you're going to pick up so much. And he was just like, you never know, like this might take off. So after 2 weeks of actually talking to him about it, we like sat down and created everything. Like, then that's when I made I didn't make a phone call, but I sat down with you and pitched the idea to you. And you're like, let's run it, let's do it. So.
Dude, I've always been that guy where people, I don't know why, for some reason everyone comes up to me, yo, I have this idea. And I'll always say run it, because honestly, like, why not?
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, you lost that time, but you made something in that time. And if anything, if it doesn't rock it, then you learn something and you take whatever information you got, move it on to something else. So, yeah.
Last and final question.
All right.
What kind of legacy do you want to like leave behind with like the work that you're putting out?
I think for me, I just want to inspire people, honestly. I've always been the person to motivate people who want to make stuff like this. Like I was automatically, I said yes to this, right? Just because there's no harm in trying in anything. So I just want people to not be afraid to create and just do it, honestly. Because I was scared when I started doing anything like this sort of stuff. So I think just be brave and put yourself out there, and you never know what's gonna happen.
Nice. Yeah. But yeah, thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. Follow my Instagram and his Instagram. We'll drop them down below. But you guys have a nice day. And yeah.
Stay hydrated, guys, because this is hot.
This heat wave is killing us.
I wish I was wearing shorts.
Don't buy this water. It's gross.
Yeah. Not sponsored.